Hey, black women. I am tiredly on lunch, okay? I need like another 10 hours of sleep. Anyway, I was thinking because people keep using that phrase or saying that Malcolm X had in his Audubon speech. Not the one where he got assassinated, but one of the other ones. And they keep referring to the black women are the most disrespected, unprotected, and most neglected in America, right? But they're not using it in the terms that Malcolm X was referring to. Now, mind you, understand Malcolm. At that point when he was speaking, he had already exposed the fact that Elijah Muhammad was a child molester and that he was a deadbeat dad and a serial baby maker who abandoned the underage girls he had gotten pregnant and had several children by. Now, previous to that, I'm talking about Elijah Muhammad right now. He was a very weak, scary Southern man who got chased out of the town down south where he lived and was introduced to Islam by his wife down south that he left and abandoned his family because there was a few white guys after him to do horrible things to him. But we won't go into all of that right now. But what I do want to go into is the fact that when you use that phrase by Malcolm, understand that Malcolm wasn't talking about that in a generalization or like a sweeping type of notification to America. He was talking to black males. He was telling black males to get their shit together and to do their fucking jobs as men, which is to protect your women, provide for them, and stand up against all types of oppression and suppression, right? Well, the ones back in those days may have done it because they had him alive, shaming them into manhood. But now today, you have nothing but your tons of womanizing, very weak-minded, unproductive, childlike adult males running around just attempting to use women and to blame women into submission that they always talk about in order to literally serve them, and to use scare tactics every day in real life and on YouTube in order to convince black women that they have no other option in this world, which is not true, but to cater to and become a servant of black males because they will utilize force, they will utilize death, they will utilize fear-mongering, hate-mongering, and domestic violence towards you, and stranger violence towards you to get you to continue to go into relationships with males who are unable to provide for you, take care of you, care about you in any way, think that you're a human being, disrespect you, dehumanize you, brutally, savagely beat and take your life from you, as well as do those very same things to the children you have solely on your own or with this loser you bring into your home. And then on top of that, they add the sexual component where they literally sexually destroy the innocence of children. So when you think about that, and then you add on the fact that with this whole down low thing now and people trying to constantly push the LGBT movement on black women and try to make those of us who are not feeling like we need to have those guys as our best friends and caring about their plight feel like we're bad guys because we do not allow those type of dudes in our lives and to be in relationships with them. Okay. A lot of this is strictly coming from black men, black males, and black women who want to keep the dysfunction in black people alive. Because you have to understand that the majority of these people are very comfortable with not doing anything with their lives, and they get highly offended when you feel like you are entitled to live a good life, and you're entitled to be free and do whatever you want in life, and people recognize you and respect you for your contribution to society, right? Okay. Now that I've said that, I want you to think about the fact that society preys on black women every day with the help of the black community. You have this Simply Red person who is trying to promote risky sex, illicit and deviant sex, right? She's trying to promote black women to lose all their morals, all their values, and lose their mind, basically, and have sex with all types of males, whether they're down low, just disgusting womanizers, and straight up homosexuals. All of this is an attempt to tear down the little amount of progress black women have made thus far, being the only generation of black women in the history of America. And that is so important, black women. It's not funny. To literally live life freely with full autonomy to do whatever they want to do in life, because they no longer subscribe to the fact that they need to have a husband, need to have children, or need to be involved with a male of any kind. Now, recently, since the young Somalian woman that got hit in the face with a brick, she has been peeling back a couple of layers of the onion on the issues with black people, right? And the biggest thing to me as a black woman is this ridiculous hatred that other black women who think they are unfortunate looking, or fuck it, just ugly. And so they go around spewing all this nasty hatred towards other black women who are darker skinned like myself and who are attractive like myself. And it's really stupid, and it is useless in the fact that you're not going to make people who have a high self-esteem have a problem with themselves, no matter what happens to us, right? Now, I've read so many ridiculous comments underneath that woman's page, underneath different content creators who have made videos about her. And it all comes back to people trying to pick and choose issues to have with this woman to try to justify violence enacted against her. And when it comes to the women per se, because I only am really concerned with women, because the things that the men were saying was just based out of anger and jealousy, and the fact that they have a natural born hatred in them, in women, that they have developed over the last 2 decades, right? Where because they don't know how to be men, anytime anything bad happens to a black woman at all, despite where she's from, they relish in that. Now, getting back to the black women, the fact that so many women had a problem with her and tried to come at her because she was from Somalia, she's a Somalian woman, and she has hair similar to mine. Her skin is a little bit darker than mine, but this is an African woman. This is how black women look in Africa. This is how they look in America. This is how they look all over the world. There's nothing special about her. I have heard idiotic black women have talked nonsense about her hair texture and her skin color and her body. It's like there's nothing that woman possesses on her skeleton that other black women in America, the Caribbean, South America, Asia, every continent of the world that are black don't possess. And some of us have it exactly the way she looks, and even, in my opinion, better or more enhanced, right? So the way they were coming at this lady is crazy. And it speaks to the self-hate, because I even heard stupid shit like people talking about, oh, she could not be mixed, and none of that has anything to do with what happened to her. They worried about whether she's mixed, they worry about the fact that she's from Africa, they worry about the texture. They were really going in about the texture of her hair like they never saw black people with curly hair. It's just too stupid to be true. Like, you know what's crazy about that is that there's so many black people that look exactly like her. People literally in my entire life would always ask me, are you Guyanese? You Trinidadian? They would always try to ask me if I was some type of what they perceived to be from where they were, a black person with some type of Indian mixture, right? Because this is the places they always would refer me to, right? As being one of the members. And my thing would be, I understand what you're saying, but I want you to realize that your question to me is insulting. And they right away would get upset, like, what do you mean insulting? I'm trying to give you a compliment. I thought you were pretty, da da da. And I would have to stop and tell them, no, what you were actually doing, whether you understood it or not, was trying to tell me that I was not beautiful or attractive if I was just, in your perception, just black. So in order for me to be pretty or be beautiful, you felt like I would have to be mixed with something to be beautiful in your opinion, because otherwise black is ugly on its own. That is the issue that we're having overwhelmingly with this Somalian woman. Now, regardless of the fact that she's African, she's still black like me and like you, right? 100%. Her DNA is very similar to ours, period. Only difference is we will have more white in us than she does. So, here's the thing, right? I really, really, really want black women to let all this shit go with taking fucking lead. You know, I'm getting really emotional right now, so I'm trying to control myself. Really stop taking the lead and influences and definitions from these stupid fucking black males. All of this black women hate amongst each other is all based off these stupid motherfuckers and what they feel is attractive and their hatefulness towards dark women and other black women they have a problem with. I am like so tired of black women living in the fucking shadow and sharing the brain of these stupid black male motherfuckers who can't do anything for themselves without a black woman helping them. And the way you all rush to defend these motherfuckers, care about what they think, and try to get in their good graces, all for what? So you can live a bum's life and starve, never have any money, never attain anything in life, and definitely never get to the point where you have generational wealth. Well, to be with a loser, because this world has conditioned you to the point where you feel like you're literally nothing and you need validation from this piece of shit accepting you so you feel like you're somebody. I am so tired of y'all, because all the fucking excuses y'all came up with about this woman's behavior, every and anything about her, digging in the fucking crates of her life to try to defame her, when you know for a fact this is social media. People do all types of stupid shit on here to try to go viral, get views, to make money. That doesn't even have to be that woman's true character. That could be a fucking performance she puts on to try to garner fucking views for money. But the point is, I really wish y'all would wake up. Stop the stupid shit y'all do every day in the downbeating of black women. Like, I'm still very upset, but I'm not going to talk too much about it, about the fact that you have all these women trying to go on Erica Mena's side about calling Spice a monkey. Regardless of what you people think, anytime you refer to someone or person as an animal, that is a racial slur. Do you not understand that? So that perpetrating a fraud, ugly ass Hispanic chick who's trying to look and cultural appropriate your blackness has the nerve to call somebody out of their fucking name and out of their race and gender, because you all feel and she felt that because Spice said something wicked about her son, that gives her permission to become discriminatory and racially slander and slur a black woman. Y'all really need to get your fucking brains together because you're not going to be happy until you keep allowing bullshit to degrade and dehumanize women to the point where it is societally accepted, and everywhere you go, people are calling you all types of really fucked up names, and there's nothing you could do about it besides physically do something to them and then go to jail, because you're setting the stage for that type of disrespect for all of us. And it's not lost on me that ugly ass women like Just Hilarious and others like her were the main fucking spokeswomen to speak out against Spice in favor of Erica Mena, when you should never do that. You should always be race loyal when it comes to your gender. If you're a black woman, you should always have a black woman's back. I don't give a fuck what a dumbass divester has to say, whether she's a real woman or a deep fake bitch like all those wicked Klans members over there on that deep fake channel of DZs. Y'all got to really wake up, get your shit together, and realize that the only way you make progress in this society is to come together as black women. Stop the bickering with one another. Bickering that is caused by taking the lead and following the guidance and the things these black dudes like that are just ignorant to the core. You have these fools on here with videos these days because many black women are waking up and having enough sense to realize that they should not be in relationships with these dudes. They're still out here trying to program you into being their servant. I seen this really ugly looking dude with glasses on and a hat talking about if black women don't come to his house to clean up, she's not the one. First of all, as ugly as that motherfucker was, why is she dealing with him and talking to him in the first place? And yes, I'm saying that because it's not about a superficial thing of their looks only. I'm saying that in the sense of he's ugly 100% in his soul, his character, how he acts, physically how he looks, and who the fuck he is. And you are all out here running behind these fucking monsters, these disgusting, degenerate, no life having, going nowhere motherfuckers, to the point where you ready quick with it to tear down another black woman. And it makes absolutely no sense. Wow, when black women try to tell you, get your shit together and learn to fight, tear these motherfuckers down, beat their ass, shoot the shit out of them, stab the shit out of them when they try to do stuff to you in the street, you don't want to be with that. You have a hard time accepting the reality of why you really should do that. But you rather sit down and listen to people like Neek and everybody else trying to tell you that you should pacify these people and try to make excuses for bad behavior. Make excuses for bad behavior and actually become scared and stay afraid of people that die just like you and me. It's like, this is why people get frustrated with being content creators and trying to deal with the progressive movement of black women, because it's like every time you take 3 steps forward to do the right thing, you take 27 going backwards, listening to cowardice shit, loser ass black women shit, and you just will not stand 10 toes down on what the fuck you gotta do to be the right way in this fucking life, which does not include any of these fucking black males. They have lost the battle in being men, having manhood and doing what was right towards black women over 200 fucking years ago. So I don't know what you black women think you're doing by trying to cater to them and trying to rally towards them, because all you're going to get from them is your ass kicked, your credit fucked up, your money wasted, your time wasted, your children traumatized, and probably you ending up on the black femicide list. But y'all just, you are embarrassing from time to time, those of you that act this way, where you keep talking about how you're scared of them and you can't stand your ground toe to toe, face to face with them in the street. You got to give them fake numbers and you got to go through all this other silly shit instead of just telling somebody no thank you, or just keep walking and don't have shit to say to them. no matter what the fuck they say, but keep your eye on them, because you need to be strong enough and understand enough that if you walk away from them and they begin to swing or pull something out to either shoot you or stab you with, you should be able to run right back, wrestle that shit, and fuck them up to the best of your goddamn ability. Twist that motherfucking hand back, shoot them with their own shit. Like, you have to get that type of savage mentality. And the longer you are here listening to people like Neek, Tanya, Cynthia, Princella, and all these type of people where it's always this cowardly shit that they're promoting to you, you're going to keep losing. You're going to keep losing and going further down in society every day. Because it is not that difficult, but you don't want to accept it. To just void your life for all these black males. Don't have shit to do with them. No relationships, no children, no sex, no nothing. No marriage, just leave them the fuck alone. Let them go, prove themselves in life, to society, to themselves. And if it takes another 100 years for y'all to deal with them, then deal with them then, when they actually become something. But what they are now, the fucking low-level, belly-scraping trash, gutter snipe, scallywag, ne'er-do-well pieces of shit that they are, you are doing yourself such a disservice. And no matter how many times older women like me try to tell you, leave those stupid motherfuckers alone, you're going to waste a good portion of your life figuring out that the very thing I just told you, you should have done before you started dealing with them. It's just so fucking crazy. It's two things you gotta do, black women in this world, and it's real fucking simple. Stop caping for everybody else in the world. Have your loyalty to the black woman group you belong to collectively. Do everything in your life to support and rally for and stand up for everything black woman if you are a black woman. And the second thing, stay away from black males at all costs, no matter who they are and where they are. And you will have such a better fucking life. Believe me. Because there was one simple sick bastard that was there when the Somalian woman got hit in the face with the brick, who claimed she deserved it based off of TikTok videos or whatever the fuck she was making. And as I said previously, you don't know if she was doing that for the attempt to go viral or whatever, but the same reason he felt like, fuck her, I'm glad she got hurt and I hope she get hurt again, that's the same way you should understand that the only people as black women that's gonna have your back is another one like you. So therefore, right, we really don't have time to be out here caping for Erica Mena and rallying against what's her name, Spice. You need to be fighting and standing up for all black women at all times, because you never fucking know when your turn is coming to sit in that fucking seat of ridicule and victimization. So wake the fuck up. Get on board and be the black woman you're supposed to be. That is down for other black women, no matter what the fuck the case is. Have a good day, get your mental right, and get your fucking life right, and stop all that black women hating amongst each other. Bye.